So he provided that important support in the 60s and total commitment when he had the reins of power, because he was utterly convinced. And as I said, it wasn't just him, it was also Mr. Nehru. So many world leaders, Mao Zedong, very clear, because they considered. But the point made here, it's a deterrent. Nobody thinks in terms of, God forbid, time comes
of using it.
To using it, that, and of course it's a genie which is now out of the bottle. Now looking back, one may wish that the genie may never have come out, but then that's wishful thinking, you see.
But the term you use, the horse has already bolted.
Yeah.
Yes, what I wanted to say was, I think the importance of Mr. Bhutto's contribution to the nuclear program is really twofold or threefold. One is that he believed that it was central to the defense of Pakistan. The fact that has been supported by every successive government. They've been military governments, democratic governments. We may agree with some of them, we may not agree with some of them, but they all held on to the program. They safeguarded the program, they progressed the program. So they all agreed with this central premise which he had started off with. And secondly, I think another important factor, it has become a consensus and unifying factor in Pakistan. All political parties and the people of Pakistan and the different parties, they all believe in this, that it's important for Pakistan. It has to be preserved, it has to be safeguarded, it has to be qualitatively, if not quantitatively, made better. So I think that demonstrates his contribution, this consensus.
One final question, sir. You must be privy to it, that in 1977, when he was deposed by a military dictator, Mr. Bhutto, what was the status of our nuclear program then? How close were we to fruition?
Let me say this, we were well advanced. But a lot of work had still to be done. One thing that I must say, that I'm proud of the program. I think it was done well and it was needed for Pakistan. But one expectation didn't turn out to be correct. We were all hopeful. At least I can say for myself. I think many more people also. We thought that as a deterrent, once we have it, the load of our conventional defense, the expenditure of that would reduce. But that has not materialized. That has kept on increasing, you see. Now whether that expectation was not correct,
no, but
so that could have been the beneficial part. And the other danger is, and not only for Pakistan, advanced nuclear countries have fallen to this. Russia and America, and competing with each other, Soviet Union and US. It's mind-boggling that at one time they had almost 25,000 warheads each. Now what the hell do you need this for, you see? No sane person would say that these are needed as deterrents, you see. The philosophy is wrong, you see. It starts with deterrence, and then the first strike, and then the
second strike.
Yeah. And then the momentum, the inertia, if you like the military industrial complex, when you have so many labs and so many people working, then it keeps you going to better designs, fission bomb and then fusion bomb and then neutron bomb and then this and that, goes on and on. There is no end to this, you see. I hope we will not fall into that trap. I hope that we and our neighbors, that we'll have the sense.
Of course, the important thing is not to
things have to stop.
Bomb for bomb, and
but so far, unfortunately, this has been happening.
But the point I wanted to make here, sir, was that if the West, I'm not sure whether it was, but judging from the statements, that if Mr. Kissinger had told him that we will make a horrible example of you, was convinced that by eliminating Bhutto, or let's say by the elimination of Bhutto, the program did not come to a standstill. Isn't that true, sir? History has proved it.
Yeah, that's true.
So that means
that was a simple assumption, you see, that you can't stop these things by force, you see.
So the momentum which had been provided to the program
Yeah.
by Mr. Bhutto
Maintained.
was maintained.
Yes.
So how would you, your concluding comments, sir, about Mr. Bhutto's
I think it is one of his, all great leaders leave a legacy. Some parts are totally agreed by everybody, some parts can become controversial. This happens to all great politicians and statesmen and national leaders. But I think on the nuclear program, there's a total consensus that this was a great contribution. Nobody was able to stop it, and certainly Western efforts in that to roll back, to curtail the program, which continued even after the unfortunate execution or political execution of Mr. Bhutto, politically motivated, one can say it. But the program continued, the pressure continued, but the program continued.
Right. So your closing comments, sir.
You asked about Mr. Bhutto's contributions. They were foundational, without any doubt. But then, as brought out by the ambassador, I think there has been a general consensus that this was a program in Pakistan's interest, and when it is considered to something is of basic interest to you, then you don't stop because of other people trying to force you. But we hope that sanity will prevail, that we will not get into the kind of race that I just alluded to, because that is not only waste of resources, but one would hate to see that is put to destructive use, you see.
And I hope in the forthcoming talks with India and on the nuclear and conventional side, there will be discussions on nuclear restraint to stop an arms race, as Tariq Mustafa has said. I think that will be a very important objective.
It's a very important point you brought out. So viewers, with that we come to the end of this special program which was meant to commemorate Shaheed Zulfikar Ali Bhutto's death anniversary. And we have had a discussion in which two very eminent panelists brought out the contributions Zulfikar Ali Bhutto made towards the nuclear program of Pakistan, and he can be rightly called the progenitor, the founder of our nuclear program. One of the favorite sayings which Mr. Bhutto used to recite was from the famous French thinker Jacques Rousseau, that man was born free, but everywhere he appears to be in chains. Mr. Bhutto gave us the means to shed those shackles, to break away from those chains, and to make our defense impregnable through our nuclear weapons program. Thank you so much, and I would like to thank you, Mr. Tariq Mustafa, for your contribution, and Ambassador Tariq Usman Haider. Viewers, keep watching and send us your comments. Hope to see you next week, inshallah. Allah Hafiz.